Hello and welcome. Today's Bible review is going to be on the brand new New American Standard Bible, the giant print version put out by Lockman Foundation. It's exciting. I've been a fan of the New American Standard translation for probably over 25 years. I do have a couple of the 77 editions and I have several of the 95 editions. So I was excited when they were coming out with the new 2020. It's been a few years since it was announced, but this one and a large print ultra thin recently became available, so I reached out to Lockman and I purchased a copy. This is purchased. I purchased it. It is not an evaluation copy, so I am able to give whatever reviews, positive or negatives, I have on that. So with that in mind, we'll flip it over here, give you a quick outline of it. It's got the comfortable giant print. You can see it's a pretty big print. It is line matched, which is very helpful, especially when you look at the giant print, because it bounces out at you so much. It's 2-column text. It is a red letter, and as we look inside, you'll see it does not have a concordance, which at first I thought was going to be more of a detriment, but it has a topical index, and I'll tell you frankly, I like the topical index very well. This is the leather text, the fake leather, imitation leather text. It's a bright blue color, not really navy, and not really royal blue, but I like the color a lot. It's a hefty Bible. It's pretty heavy here. But let's open it up. It's got your typical Bible section up front, where marriage information, funeral information, deaths, births, that kind of stuff. And then we get into right away American Standard. It's got the table of contents, and then it talks about the special what I call special markings that they may have in the format and so forth of this particular translation, which is good information, something you read when you first get it and probably don't refer to it that much after that. But then you get into God's Word itself, and you can see here in Genesis, it really pops out at you. It's a nice block. I love the text block. Really easy to read, whether it's in good light or bad light, and that's one challenge I have as you get a little older. You have more trouble reading the smaller print, and I like this, especially in low light situation. I like this. This pops out at me. Interestingly too, it took me a couple days before I realized it, but you see the verse numbers, they are bolded, so it makes it real easy to find that. So you see that very strong, nice text block. Go into Psalms, where you typically see a lot of ghosting in some Bibles. Don't see a lot of ghosting here. So my hat's off to Lockman Foundation for the work they did on this. It is a red letter, as I mentioned, so let's take a look at the New Testament. Let's go into, say, Matthew. We see the red here. I've had it a few weeks. I've had a chance to look through some of it. I've read through some of it. I have not found any differences with the red. A lot of times in some Bibles, the red, it may go from red to pink in different sections, depending on how they printed it. But in this case, very consistent red. Very consistent red, so I really enjoy that. Then you go into what they call this topical index, and like I said, it's not a concordance, but it's excellent. In many cases, I'm used to topical indexes as being pretty small or limited. This one is not. This one is very thorough. You know, you take a look here, you see it goes from abandoned, and it talks literal, of places, of objects, and it goes all the way down to in Zion, down here, the city of Zion. First reference, also called the city of David, indicates God's earthly dwelling place, chosen of God, judged of God, and will be divinely delivered and restored. So a lot of good information. You see how thick that is, how many pages that is. So a very thorough topical index. Then what's a little bit unique about this Bible, and it does have introductions, Bible introductions of each book, but what makes this unique is that those introductions are placed in the back. So it gives you a clean reading experience, but if you want to read the introduction, you can go to the back and it's all there. I think I only have one other Bible that does that, and I like this approach. It gives you a long single paragraph write-up on each book. Very nice to have, and again, I like that. I like the fact that it's in the back, so it doesn't affect my reading experience. So that's here, and then as a lot of Bibles do, it does have the parables of Jesus. In this case, it says the list includes allegories, as well as similes, and Proverbs that have characteristics of Proverbs. So it's got those here. On the back side, it's got the miracles of Jesus, and then it's got 9 pages. 9 pages of maps. Or actually 8 pages of maps. So no index to the maps, but very nice maps. These are the Lockman Foundation maps, typical of Lockman Foundation, and they always put out good maps. So these are very thorough maps, like that. I like these maps. And then one page, if flyleaf, if I want to put notes or something. I already have spiritual gifts and Lord's Supper. Talked about that, and then that's it. So overall, this is a terrific Bible. It's a heavy Bible. This happens to be the leather text, like I said, so it's pretty inexpensive. I like the Bible a lot. I've had a chance to read some of it. I'll give you, on another video, I'll give you my impression of the 2020 edition NASB. But overall, this is a terrific Bible, and I'm excited. This will be my workhorse for some time. So anyhow, that is the NASB 2020 in the giant print. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and at the same time, if you have any comments you want to make, please leave those in the comment section. Thank you very much.